The mainframe computer. Once upon a time, it was the unchallenged champion of brute processing power. Now, the mainframe has serious competition from another sector. Is the old champion down for the count? It's the fight of the century, and bets are being made even as we speak. We'll show you why in this next report.
The last word in computing. Number crunching and mind-blowing speeds. Big power, reserved for the biggest of companies. For most people, that brings to mind the image of the mainframe. The first mainframe computer was built by the U.S. Army in 1943. Its name was Colossus, and for good reason. It took up several floors of a building. Nevertheless, it was the fastest collection of vacuum tubes mankind had ever created. By the 1970s, the Cray mainframe was on the scene, and the first true integrated circuits had begun to appear, making vacuum tubes and transistor boards a thing of the past. Computing power increased exponentially. Here in the late 90s, mainframes are still with us. They're more powerful and reliable than ever, and they're used in all areas of business. It's not uncommon for a Fortune 500 company to run their entire operation on a mid-range mainframe. But like everything in the history of computing, that too is beginning to change. In the past, Intel-based servers, historically known as PC-based servers, didn't have much in common with mainframes. Companies that needed to do a lot of high-power computing had to rely on the complex, expensive, and usually proprietary mainframe machines. In these environments, the standard Intel-based servers couldn't compete. Now, they can do more than just compete. 8-way Intel-based servers are now moving into the mid-range mainframe niche. For the first time, 8-way SMP servers like this one from Compaq are giving mainframes a run for their money on both price and performance. A typical mid-range mainframe can cost upwards of $1 million. An 8-way capable SMP server, on the other hand, can be purchased for as little as $20,000.
An 8-way server is an Intel-based server capable of running 8 Pentium III Xeon processors in a symmetric multiprocessing mode. Compaq has developed 2 8-way servers. They're really just being introduced to market now for the very first time. Historically, we don't think 8-way servers made sense for many of our customers. But with new and more powerful operating systems and applications either available now or on the near horizon for the new millennium, we believe the time is right to introduce these servers.
The 2 new 8-way SMP machines are typically 1/10 the cost of most mid-range mainframes, and yet they outperform them in many critical areas. SMP stands for symmetric multiprocessing, and in the case of these machines, it means there are 8 separate processors at work inside each server. The result is highly effective parallel processing, multiple processors all working together at once, but often on different tasks, which gives the server incredible speed. As to the nuts and bolts, one version of the 8-way server can handle up to 21 hard drives, while both can support up to 16 gigabytes of memory. That makes the 8-way Intel-based server useful in a range of emerging processor-dependent applications.